Morning, doctor.
Very, very good morning to Pillai and Shashi Kumar.
Good morning, doctor.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. How are you doing?
Fine, doctor. Fine. Everything's going on.
Everything's going well.
Yes, sir.
I think Pillai has cut your hair
Yes, doctor. Last week.
last week. I don't know who is in 1AE9240.
I think Mr. Bala.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Bala. Good morning,
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Yes, Bala is in home. Home country or UAE?
He's in UAE. He has come back last week.
Come back, right? Okay. Shashi Kumar, you have messaged me, I think, 1 week before. You have finally got your approval to go to your home country.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, I don't know exactly who has to give approval and all. I said, yeah, I said in the session, yeah, Shashi Kumar finally got approval from. Then Pilla said, actually, I have given approval. I have signed on
Yes,
it.
doctor. Mr. Pillai only gave. My plan was to go
Just,
for 2 days. Then additionally 2 days. Actually, I was planning to go on the UAE holiday day, to Monday and Tuesday. Later on, I was just requesting, and I told okay, it was manageable for him, so I took another 2 days leave.
very good.
Uh,
Okay. So now we are going with our second phase of research, presentation, right? And Pillai has done his presentation previous week. And thankfully, no one was here. Only Pillai was here. And me also. We were having a discussion on it. And I've given a small task at the time. And it was an employability skill presentation as well. I thought, okay, meanwhile, our research seminar presentation, we must be having something different. It's sometimes it may get bored only focusing on theoretical aspects. So I have given the task for the Pillai. It's like to represent only within 5 to 7 minutes what he has done in the previous lecture, the previous week. So he just concluding the things, and he is also asking us to do some Mentimeter, some interactive sessions from his side. Then we will be going for an employability discussions. I think I also wanted to get some other people in the session, but I don't know why. Only previous week, everyone has informed me the absence. This week, nobody has informed me the absence of it.
Doctor, next week I'll give the presentation. Doctor.
Okay.
I'm preparing.
Once you people have done your 3 presentation, we are not waiting for others to have the presentation. Meanwhile, we'll be doing that. You people can start writing your thesis, yeah? Now you can focus on your thesis. I will be giving you the final indication, final signal, like green signal of finalizing your topic, okay? So for that, you have to submit me something. Yeah, I will tell you what you have to do. And now the Pillai is on progress among everyone. Pillai is in progress, the one who attended every session, and he has presented his 2 research seminar. Actually, he has done 3 presentation, but we are counting only 2. And one more presentation. Once you're done, you can start thinking of your Pillai, your research writing. Okay, we can start it. Then only we'll feel we have done something in our hand. Okay. No. Now, yes. Pillai, I think you can overview whatever we have done. You have done the previous week as a discussion. I think Bala is active today, or Bala is here, right?
Yes, doctor. Yes.
Okay, because we need someone participation because he's coming with some creative things like Mentimeter. So we need the participation of everyone. That's why. Okay, now you can, Pillai, you can conclude your presentation, what you done the previous week.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah.
Shall I share my screen?
Perfect.
Is my screen visible? I'll be doing a recap on what I have presented the previous week. I hope my voice is clear. Is my voice clear?
Yes, yes, it is clear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Mentimeter, I'll be doing the Mentimeter presentation later on, and after that some video also I'll be playing it. The recap of my second presentation. We all know about the energy supply, fossil fuels, and these contributing 75% of the total supply for the energy sector, and oil and gas is the major player. Among the fossil fuel, coal, oil, and gas. Coal is the most polluting, while natural gas is the less polluting, and oil is in between. Greenhouse gas emission. Different types of gases are contributing for greenhouse gas. Carbon dioxide is the most polluting greenhouse gas among all others. Methane, nitrous oxide, and fluorinated gases. The carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere was 280 ppm before industrial era. Now it has reached to 415 ppm. So almost 135 ppm has increased. If you see the 135 ppm increase, the last 100 ppm was increased from 1960. That is the after the petroleum and other industrial era started. If you see the climate change, greenhouse gas linked with the climate change, 66% of the climate change is caused by carbon dioxide. So it is being measured as annual greenhouse gas index, the way of measuring the influence of different greenhouse gas on the climate change. Why we need to worry about the greenhouse gas emission? This is the result, climate change. Based on 2021 AGGI data, that is annual greenhouse gas index data, carbon dioxide is responsible for 2.14 out of 3.22. That is contributing around 66% of global warming. If you see the right side, the temperature change, climate change and the temperature change, it started in early 1900 and it picked up from 1960 onwards. So when you link with the year of occurrence of all over the world, the early 1900 was the First World War, and Second World War started in 1935 to 49. That time, after the World War, many industries related to fossil fuel and other nitrous oxide related fertilizer industries has developed, and that was the result of having this global warming all over the world. Greenhouse gas emission, the sources of greenhouse gas emission, energy industry causing 75%, 3/4 of the total greenhouse gas emission is coming from energy industry. And the next is agriculture. Agriculture is by emission of methane. Industrial process 6%, the rest all waste industries and other industries. So 75% of the greenhouse gas emission is coming from energy sector. Okay, so if you see the energy sector, these are all the contributors. Power plants, petroleum and natural gas, refineries are the top 3 contributor. Having said that, power plant is the fuel is either coal or oil and gas. So these are both can be combined together. And refineries also from the source is from oil and gas. So all 3 is from the oil and gas industries. The top 3. Power plant is causing 1,667 million metric tons of CO2 emission, oil and gas 340, and refineries 177 metric ton of CO2 emission. So all these top 3 contributors are from oil and gas, fossil fuel. So my title of taking this title is relevance. It has a relevance on the greenhouse gas emission and oil and gas industries. So if you see the energy sector, if you split the energy sector into various segments, electricity and heat is contributing 42%, and the next is our transportation. Both put together, it is around 66% of total greenhouse gas emission from the energy sector. Next comes to manufacturing, then fugitive emission and building and other combustion. Okay, so if you take the transportation sector, out of this 22%, the road, passenger vehicles and road freight, again causing it is around 75%. So all these major chunks are coming from road and passenger vehicles. We may think that it is from the aviation and shipping, but it is next to the road transportation. Rail is the least emitting sector among the transportation sector. So we all now we have seen about the emission from various sectors, and because of the emission, what is happening is climate change. During 20th century, the global sea level rose by 20 centimeter. The pace of rise in sea level accelerating every year. In the past 7 years, it has been observed that 2020 is the hottest year ever. Since 2021, we are noticing major natural disasters, that is including heat waves, wildfires, storms, and floods everywhere. So these extreme weather events are now considered to be new normal, as experts predict more intense natural calamities, including wildfires, storms, floods, and droughts, are expected to come in the coming years if we are not controlling the greenhouse gas emission. So what are the global effects so far? One third of the already I have presented in the last presentation. One third of the world oil is produced from Middle East, and the growing importance of sustainability and alternate fuel initiatives stems from the urgent need to address environmental changes, mitigate climate change, and reduce dependence on finite fossil fuel. So now the title says the global energy transition. So what is energy transition? Energy transition is nothing but changing of energy resource from one source to another source. Okay, that's called energy transition. That should be considering the security of supply, affordability, and sustainability. These are the three triangles, energy triangle.
Okay.
History of energy transition already we have discussed, because first energy transition happened from the biomass and wood-based fuel source to the coal-based. Second energy transition from coal to refined oils, refinery oils, oil and gas. And third energy transition is now for the cleaner energy, net zero emission. So that's what the energy transition is happening now. The problem statement I already presented last time for recapping this. So since we have already seen 75% of the emission is from oil and gas, already there is a renewable energy already supplying over 25% of global electricity needs. To achieve the net zero emission by 2050, almost 90% of the global electricity generation is to be supplied from renewables. I have videos which is insisting this 2050 targets 90%. I will be playing now. Renewable energy has already become an important stakeholder in the energy sector, accounting for 80% of the global newly added power generation in 2020. By owning 59% of the world oil reserves and 45% of the global gas stock, Middle East region is always having a key player for the energy supply. It's a high time for oil and gas sector to remodel their business to adapt this change. The world is transitioning away from its century-long dependence on fossil fuels, and oil and gas producers in Middle East region, they have to remodel their business. This is the problem statement. Importance of the study already, the regulatory compliance, global energy transition, market dynamics, innovation, technology adoption, and adaptation of the energy transition. These are the importance of the study. The research questions, I have drafted almost 15 questions. From the research questions, I have drafted the objectives. Next 25 years, what will be the energy transformation, and what will be the energy mix in the coming years? What will be the market dynamics? To identify which segments of the energy sector are expected to undergo fastest transition. To examine the adequacy of current technology. To determine the policy interventions and the role of emerging energy technologies such as hydrogen and carbon capture for achieving decarbonization goals. Socio-economic implications of energy transition, because all this Middle East region is a traditional energy dependent source. And the digitalization, innovation, how what is the role of AI in the energy optimization in the future. To propose strategy for the oil and gas industry to be adopted in the coming years. So research methodology, primary and secondary data collection, qualitative and quantitative data analysis.
Okay.
This is what it is. So this is my second presentation. I will be playing the video, which will be insisting on the renewable energy by 2050.
Yes.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
And sound also?
No.
No, sound is not coming, huh?
No, sound is not coming.
Okay. Okay. Yesterday I had this doubt because I only copied this YouTube. I don't know how to adjust it to bring sound to the observers. Anybody knows about this? How to share the YouTube?
Yes. Before you are sharing, you have
Yeah.
to allow the sounds.
Okay.
Do one thing. You just not here.
Okay.
You just screen share. Just stop it.
Screen share stop. You have to stop. Okay.
Yes. And
Okay.
go to the screen sharing where you can see whether wanted to share the audio or not, something like that.
Share sound. Okay. Yeah, it is there. Yes.
Okay. Now you can play. Let's see. Let's try.
For any
Is it okay
state
now?
to switch to
Yeah,
renewable
perfect.
resources of cheap
Perfect.
energy from water, wind, or the sun. But for this to happen, of course, efforts must be made and several large-scale reforms and projects implemented, as was done, for instance, in Morocco. How did this country manage to build the largest concentrated solar power plant that generates electricity even at night? And what has enabled Morocco, which has meager oil and gas reserves, to become the largest energy importer in the Middle East and North Africa? Check out our video. Morocco is the only country in North Africa that does not have its own fossil fuel reserves and imports more than 90% of its energy resources. Attempts to develop the industry led to electricity consumption increasing by 5.6% per year, and there is nowhere to take it within the country. The government spends billions of dollars importing fuel. To rid the state of energy dependence, King Mohammed VI set a goal to generate 52% of electricity needs using green energy by 2030. But how will it be achieved? Hydro resources in Morocco are bad. Most of the rivers dry up, and reservoirs built in the 1960s provide the population with drinking water. But their energy source is limited. In 2008, the authorities adopted the New Energy Strategy. According to it, the sun and wind are the most important types of energy to use. It is logical for a country where the number of sunny days per year is over 300. As part of the strategy, the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, the Moroccan Agency for Solar Energy, as well as several research organizations and investment funds specializing in green energy were created. The Noor Ouarzazate solar power plant was the first solar project developed under Morocco's New Energy Strategy. Ouarzazate is a city located in the Moroccan desert. It's famous because popular films as well as TV shows were filmed here. Lawrence of Arabia, The Mummy, Game of Thrones. But now the name of the city is associated not with the cinema, but with the world's largest Ouarzazate concentrated solar power station. It is located in the Atlas Mountains in the western part of the Sahara Desert, 20 kilometers from the provincial capital of Sammasadra Ouarzazate. This location was chosen because the level of annual solar radiation here is 2,635 kilowatt hours per square meter. This is one of the highest rates in the world. The sun shines here, with rare exceptions, 365 days a year. Spread out over 3,000 hectares, the equivalent of 3,500 football fields. The solar complex consists of 4 separate solar power plants, each using different technologies. Noor Ouarzazate 1 and 2 cylindrical parabolic mirror. Noor Ouarzazate 3 solar power tower. Noor Ouarzazate 4 photovoltaic plant. The construction of the first section began in 2013, and work on the last section was completed in 2018. The power plant is based on the technology of concentrated solar energy. The system uses a large array of mirrors or heliostats to concentrate the sun's rays. These beams heat a fluid that creates steam to drive a turbine and generate electricity. In some sections of the station, water is also used as a coolant. In total, its consumption is up to 3 million cubic meters per year. The complex is complemented by molten salt tanks that can store heat, allowing electricity to be generated after sunset. To keep the temperature of the salt mixture above 110 degrees Celsius and the temperature of the synthetic oil used as a heat carrier above 8 degrees Celsius, 19 tons of diesel fuel are needed per day. However, each section of the power plant has its characteristics of functioning. The first phase of the complex, Noor Ouarzazate I, was inaugurated by King Mohammed VI in 2016. The first stage of the solar power plant includes 480 hectares of center trough cylindrical parabolic mirrors. The installed capacity is 160 megawatt. The facility provides storage of electrical energy in a salt reservoir for 3 hours. The second phase of Ouarzazate covers an area of 600 hectares. Its installed capacity is 200 megawatt. It uses solar energy concentration with dry, air-cooled parabolic mirrors without water. The system saves electricity for 7 to 8 hours. Noor Ouarzazate III, put into operation in 2018, was the first power plant in Morocco to use dry cooling solar tower technology. Instead of rows of mirrors, this line collects solar energy with the help of one large tower 243 meters high, pluralistically the highest in Africa. In this way, significant space savings can be achieved. The system uses 7,400 Centers HE54 heliostats or mirrors, each with an effective area of 178.5 square meters, and equipped with a high-precision hydraulically driven solar tracking system. The mirrors turn to follow the sun and direct its light to a tower receiver mounted on the top of the structure. The tower is filled with a salt mixture which is heated by the sun's rays to 565 degrees Celsius. This is higher than when using mirror fields, so the station does not require the use of fuel to maintain the temperature of the salt mixture. The hot salt drains into a stainless steel tank after passing through a heat exchanger to heat water and generate steam to power a turbo generator. The capacity of the tank allows accumulating enough molten salt to guarantee the supply of electricity up to 7 hours after sunset. The facility covers an area of 582 hectares, and its installed capacity is 150 megawatt. Annual electricity generation is 500 gigawatt hours. The price of energy produced is 14 cents per kilowatt hour. Once operational, the station generates enough green energy to power 120,000 homes. Noor Ouarzazate III's investors are the Clean Technology Fund, KfW, the African Development Bank, the French Development Agency, the World Bank, and the European Investment Bank. The cost of the project is about $700,000. A solar power plant that produces electricity even at night. What could be more amazing? Note that the fourth and last station of the solar power plant complex, with a capacity of 72 megawatt and an area of 137 hectares that has an installed capacity of 72 megawatt, is also a technological novelty. Here, for the first time, hybrid photovoltaic technology has been applied, which combines traditional photovoltaic cells used on solar panels that are familiar to us with concentrated solar energy systems, which are used at 3 other Noor Ouarzazate stations. Thanks to all of this, the Noor Ouarzazate complex is rightfully considered the largest multi-tech solar energy production site in the world, with a capacity of 580 megawatt and a total investment of more than 24 billion dirhams, about $2.5 billion. Everyone can enjoy the futuristic views of power plants, since in addition to infrastructure, it is also a tourist site. The complex houses a 16-hectare themed tourist park with a design inspired by the map of Morocco, as well as auditoria halls, a media library, and a tower with panoramic views. But this is definitely not the main thing. In 2020, 37% of Morocco's electricity came from renewable sources. The country has received high marks from the European Union and world organizations for its efforts in the fight against global warming. Moreover, since the Ouarzazate solar power station annually produces carbon-free energy equivalent to 2.5 million tons of imported oil, Morocco has huge potential for exporting green energy to neighboring countries. And it has already begun to implement some large-scale projects. Therefore, it is clear that in the coming years, the Noor Ouarzazate SPS will contribute to the weakening of the energy dependence of Morocco, and will have a positive impact on the local economy.
So, Morocco is an oil importing country. 90% of its oil resource is going to be being imported, and that country now become the clean energy exporting country. This is the transition. This is the change, that transformation that is happening. in Middle East region. I'll be playing another video, not only in Morocco, in UAE also. You can see. What is the contribution?
Modern technologies create opportunities for any state. Modern technologies create
This one already played, yeah?
Yeah, I already played. I have copied it around.
Ami, welcome, Ami. After 2 weeks.
Modern technology.
You're busy, yeah? Okay.
One second, just bear with me. Yeah. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah, yes.
This is the
We
solar plant in UAE.
What we are doing here with the Shams 1 project is in fact allowing electricity production to come from the sun rather from the air, the oil, and therefore extend the hydrocarbon resources towards other uses where they are most useful.
I copied another link, but unfortunately I missed it. The UAE, it's a mega project. It is happening in Dubai, 60 kilometers away from Dubai, for the solar cultivation, solar power cultivation. I missed the link. I copied a wrong link actually. That's the reason I could not play that. Anyhow. So now I'll be going to the Menti.
So that video that you already played was really insightful, right? A lot of things. Okay. The different countries are doing. Okay. Please continue. www.menti.com, right? Everyone, please go with that. I'm also doing that. Menti. No, I didn't start it.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
For me, it's showing something different, yeah?
1 second. Yeah, who's the one?
1 second. Actually, I'm not. Yes. Waiting for presenter.
Yes, doctor. Let everyone join because only one participant I could see here.
Yeah, that is me.
Yes, doctor. Let others.
I need to join, but there is an issue. I think with the phone, I'm unable to.
No, you can do one thing. You can just use the QR code. That's good.
Yeah, but this phone has no camera.
You can go to menti.com and you can join with the code.
Actually, I also joined, but I'm not sure whether it is mine.
Yes, 2 people have joined. Me and Ami, I think. Ami, have you joined?
Is this me?
We cannot, Pillai cannot say. Yeah, Pillai can't say that. Who joined?
It will be displayed in your screen if you joined.
In my screen it is you are all set, waiting for presenter.
Presentation in progress I'm getting actually.
Yes, let's see which option you would like. We would pick. Yeah. I'm able to see that.
Yeah. What about others?
Hello.
Oh my God.
Hopefully the choice isn't too tough. Presentation.
Rest, you can use your laptop to join. You want the QR code again? Everybody joined? Hello.
Ami, what about Ami? Ami is okay. Ami is also okay. Shashikumar and Bala is having some issue then. Because whenever Pillai is changing the slides, I'm able to see here.
Yeah.
Now it's showing you are all set waiting for the presenter. You have to start something.
Yeah. Shall I start or shall I wait?
We have to wait. I think Shashikumar can scan it.
With the code I have joined, but
yes, we are joined. Yeah,
yes. Somebody has joined now.
I'll try in
phone, please. Shy. All set?
No, I could see only 3 participants so far.
Yeah, Shashikumar has to join.
Six 358 273 358.
Okay. Yes, joined.
Okay, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
అదే ఒక క్వశ్చన్ మానా నేనే దాన్ని చేసి ఉంటున్నా
What's the key component behind sustainable economics development? Meeting current needs.
అది వచ్చేసి ఇండస్ట్రియల్ వేస్ట్గా
Without compromising on future generation.
ఫ్యూచర్ జనరేషన్ అంతా ఫుల్గా ఇండస్ట్రీస్ అంటారా
What's the primary reason for melting of polar ice caps?
న్యాచురల్ వెదర్
Global temperature increase.
చేయడం నేను అది చెప్తూనే
Variety of life. Variety of life.
sustainability. Oh my God. Immediately.
I don't know how much mark I'm going to receive, maybe 0. Very bad knowledge about sustainability and science, etc. Oh my God. Okay.
No, I mean, doctor, it is just a general only. From the presentation only, I have prepared it.
Industrial waste. Industrial waste.
What is the key benefit of planting trees in urban areas? Plastic waste is the largest contributor to marine pollution.
Industrial chemicals for sure. It is wild space. In basically, helium. How? What are they? It is very bad at science.
What does the term carbon footprint refers to? Carbon footprint. Physical.
Wait.
Carbon footprint.
Daddy, B for sure. B.
Oh my God, ice cone.
Thus he is getting help from his son, I think.
Sector is the largest economy.
He's gone. Shashimar is doing biggest cheating here.
Yes.
His son is helping. Which is the sector is the largest contributor to the methane emissions.
Which source are responsible for?
Okay, I'm not going to see who is winner, who is loser. I'll rather I will show the correct answer for everybody's knowledge. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This one, which type of pollution is associated with? Okay, I'll go from the first one. The correct answer is the first one. What is the key concept behind sustainable development? The second one is, what is the primary reason for melting polar ice? This is rising global temperature. What is the term for variety of life in all forms, levels, and combinations? The biodiversity. Which of these pollutants is the most responsible for formation of ground level ozone? Is nitrogen oxide. What does the term biodegradable means? Is everybody has answered. What is the main source of nitrous oxide emission? No one has answered correctly. There is agricultural activities like use of fertilizers. That's the reason I mentioned World War after World War. Many fertilizer plant has been started with the explosives. What is the key benefit of planting trees in urban areas? As everybody has answered correctly. Absorption of greenhouse gas. Which type of waste is the largest contributor to marine pollution? That is plastic waste. Which of the following gases is not greenhouse? Is helium. Water vapor is one among the greenhouse gas. What does the term carbon footprint? That is the total greenhouse gas emitted by an individual, organization, or activity. That's called carbon footprint. Which sector is the largest contributor to the methane emission? Is agriculture. No one has answered correctly, because if you see in our greenhouse gas emission slide, agriculture was one of the sector I mentioned, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the methane is from agriculture. How it is? From the livestock, from the cows and other livestock. When they emit gas, methane is getting released. So that's the reason cow dung is being used to produce biogas. So it is from livestock. Which renewable energy source has the smallest carbon footprint? It's the correct answer is wind. Because solar panel, manufacturing of solar panel, that needs a lot of carbon dioxide, involves in carbon dioxide, because solar panel, photovoltaic films manufacturing, glass manufacturing, that involves a lot of carbon dioxide emission. What is the main cause of ozone layer depletion? One has answered correctly. That is release of chlorofluorocarbon.
Okay.
Can anyone say what it is? CFCs is being used as a refrigerant in olden days in the refrigerator. Chlorofluorocarbon. So that has been completely eradicated now. Yeah. Now they are using R32. What is the purpose of carbon trading? Everybody has answered correctly. Which of the following contribute to the most ocean acidification? No one has answered correctly. That is increased CO2 absorption by oceans. See, the ocean, how it is getting absorbed is because of the tide. When the sea, the tide rises, it absorbs oxygen and carbon dioxide. The solubility of carbon dioxide is higher than oxygen. So from the atmosphere, carbon dioxide is getting absorbed by the ocean. That's called ocean acidification. When the carbon dioxide concentration increases in the atmosphere, the ocean acidification also increases. Which type of pollution is associated with this mark? Everybody has answered correctly. Air pollution.
Yes.
So these are all the answers. Hope it was interesting. And now I'll go to the second presentation.
What happened I know every answer, Pillai.
Yes, sir.
Some of the slide you change very fast. That's the reason I could not answer very well. You understand the meaning, right? No, yes, I don't know. I don't know many of the answers anyway. Because
it was, doctor, it was automatically
from your presentation itself.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Then I changed to manual because I know that I have to give reading time for the reading. So I manually shifted then later on.
Okay. No problem. Please continue.
Going to the second presentation. Is the screen visible? Hello?
Yes, Pillai.
Okay.
Yes, visible.
Yeah. So the task given to me by Dr. Arshad the last week was employability skills, building your path to career success. We know that for employability, many skills are needed. We'll see what are the skills needed for the employability. It's a guide to essential workplace competencies. Before entering into the main presentation, we'll go to the one motivational video. Is the screen visible? Video is visible?
Once.
Video is visible.
Audio?
There lived a young boy.
Audio?
In a small town. He was very lazy.
Yes, visible. Audio also visible.
You can hear, okay.
You can hear, yeah.
And had a habit of procrastinating. He always delayed his urgent work and task and was a victim of procrastination. As a result, he was falling behind in his studies and other fields of life as compared to his friends and class fellows. His family and teachers told him many times to value his time, but he did not listen to their advice. He did not care about his future and wasted his time on trivial things. One day, a wise monk arrived in their town. He was renowned for his wisdom and enlightenment. Many people wanted to meet him and learn from him. The young boy also decided to go and see the monk, hoping that he could get some tips to surpass his friends in every field of life. He reached the place where the monk was staying and waited. When his turn came, he bowed to the monk and said, "Oh Revered One, please help me. I am failure in my life. I am lagging behind my friends, classmates and contemporaries in every field. I want to surpass them all and become the best. Please tell me how to do that." The monk looked at young boy with compassion and said, "My child, you are suffering because you do not value your time. You procrastinate and waste your precious moments, which you can never get back. Let me tell you a story by which you can understand the value of time." The boy nodded eagerly and listened to the monk's story. The monk continued. Once upon a time, there was a king who was very generous and kind. He loved his people and always helped them in their needs. One day, he met his old classmate who had studied with him in a Gurukul. The classmate was very lazy and poor. He had no job, no money, and no respect. He always complained about his fate and blamed others for his problems. The king recognized his classmate and felt sorry for him He asked him about his life and his troubles. The classmate said sadly, "Oh king, I don't know why everyone says that I can't do anything. Even when I go to get a job, everyone refuses me. My enemies have told everyone that I never do any work on time. I don't understand what to do." The king said, "Let us make a deal. Before sunset, you come to my treasury and collect as much gold and gems as you can. It will all be yours." The classmate was overjoyed and thanked the king profusely. He rushed to his home and told his wife everything. The wife was also very happy and said, "Go and get the gold and gems now. Time is good for you." The classmate said, "I can't go now. I am hungry. Give me lunch first." His wife quickly prepared some food and served him. He ate his lunch slowly and leisurely, thinking that he had plenty of time to get the treasure. After finishing his lunch, he felt sleepy and said, "I should take a nap. I will go to the treasury after I woke up." He lay down on his bed and closed his eyes. He thought he would sleep for a while, but he slept for 2 hours. When he woke up, he saw that it was late in the afternoon. He picked up a few bags and went toward the king's treasury. On the way, the sun was shining brightly and he felt hot. He thought, "I should take some rest under a tree and then move forward." He sat down under a tree to rest. A gentle breeze was blowing and climate was pleasant. As soon as he sat to rest, he fell asleep again. He kept sleeping for another 4 hours. When he woke up, he saw that evening was approaching and the sun was about to set. He got up in a hurry and started running towards the palace. After some time, he finally reached the palace. But it was too late then. The sun had set and the palace gates had been shut before he could reach there. The lazy man was standing disappointed there. He had missed the chance to get rich because he did not value his time. The monk finished the story and looked at young boy. The boy was speechless. He realized his mistake and felt ashamed. He thanked the monk for his guidance and vowed to change his ways. He understood that time is precious and should not be wasted. He went back to his home and started working hard on his goals. He stopped procrastinating and became more productive and successful. He also became happier and more respected by his friends and family. If we see in our lives, we will find that time is like gold. It is the most precious thing we have. We have only a limited amount of time in our lives, and we should use it wisely and productively. We should not waste our time on things that do not matter, but focus on things that do. We should not delay our works and tasks, but do them on time and with quality. There is a famous saying, "If you value your time, then time will value you. But if you ruin your time, then time will ruin your whole life." We can achieve anything in life by using our time wisely. But if we waste our time, we will lose our opportunities and regret later. Learn the value of 1 minute from a traveler who missed his train by 1 minute. And learn the value of 1 year from a student who failed in his annual exams. Those who value their time can accomplish anything in their life. But those who do not value their time become failures in their life. If you want to do something in your life, then never be lazy and procrastinate your work. Otherwise, one day you will regret like that lazy man who could not reach the palace before sunset. Therefore, always use your time wisely. Enjoy little moments with your family and friends. By doing so, you will not only achieve your goals and dreams, but also live a fulfilling and satisfying life.
Hope the presentation, the video was inspiring.
Absolutely, absolutely. The video was inspiring, insightful.
Thank you, Doctor. So let us see what are all the employability skills. The employability skills are transferable skill and competencies required in almost every job. That includes communication, teamwork, problem solving, adaptability, and technical know-how. Enhance your ability to secure and retain employment. The skill, everybody should understand what you mean by skill. Skill comes from knowledge. If you have technical know-how, by practicing the whatever you learned in your college or university, then you will develop your skill. The practical, when you apply your knowledge in a practical way, then your skill will get improved. Whether it is communication skill, you know how to read, but when you practice how to speak, then only your communication skill will get improved.
Yes.
Otherwise, if many people, if you ask many students, if you ask now in the schools, they say, I'm good in writing. I'm good in writing Hindi. I'm good in writing some other language other than mother tongue. They can't speak because they are not practicing. So the more you practice, the skill will get improved. Like any skills, problem solving, even cycling, swimming, any skill, these are the skills. If you practice more, you will excel in that skill. The skill is the one you will never forget because you are practicing. It's a hands-on. Cycling, for example, you in the childhood you would have gone for cycling. After many years, 20 years, if you would have not even touched the cycle, but you can ride the cycle immediately when it is needed, isn't it? So the skill is swimming also. You are not swimming every day. Swimming you learned in the schools or in the early days of your life, but you can use it when the time comes, when it is needed. So skill is very important in our life. It will never go away from your mind and the body till you die. So please develop skills. What are they? Why are they important, the skills? They help stand out in a competitive job market, improve job performance and opportunities for advancement, foster collaboration and a positive work environment. These are the importance of the skills. So among the skills, what we saw before, I have taken communication, one skill to discuss today. The communication is the key to success. The communication is the art. Is the art of communication is your ability to listen and deliver information in a clear and accurate way. But first, you have to listen. Any communication, first you should listen. You should absorb, grasp what is being discussed, then process in your mind and deliver with your experience and knowledge related to the topic. So think and practice before you open your mouth. So therefore, good reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills are important for achieving your goals and maintaining effective communication with your friends, family, colleagues, and even strangers. Communication is the key to success. Communication is the ability to convey ideas effectively, listen actively, and build understanding. Can anyone tell what is communication is?
What is
communication?
You wanted to know us the definition of communication or simple meaning of communication?
Yeah, meaning, definition, meaning, anyone can. Yes, doctor.
A simple meaning is like convincing others what exactly we wanted to speak. It's not like, it can be anything. If you want to speak something, if you want to send any message to other one, yes, through the communication that is possible, conveying a message through any of channel, any of the sources.
Exactly, doctor. That's very right. Many people think communication means spoken language. Not. How a bird is communicating to its another bird. How a dog is communicating his owner. How nature is communicating to us. So communication is the message we want to convey to others. That's it. It can be a spoken language. It can be by body language. It can be by a kind gesture, whatever it is. So communication is a key whatever you have in your mind to make others to understand what you have in your mind. That's what the communication is.
Very true.
It
Yeah,
can-
one more point. One more
Yes,
thing
sir.
is it should be really a two-way communication. It should not be a one-way communication.
Yes, that is conversation. Yeah, two-way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Dialogue, monologue, so many things are classified under communications. Forms of communication: verbal, non-verbal, written, digital communication. The importance of communication is that helps avoid misunderstanding, strengthens relationships with colleagues and clients, drives effective team collaboration. These are all the key importance of the communication. The types of communication skills: the verbal, clear articulation, adapting tone and formality. Non-verbal, the body language, facial expressions, and gestures. Written is very important for the office workers, the emails, reports, and presentations. These are the written because most of the time, the middle management or the below the middle management, they communicate through emails and reports and presentations only. The top management, it's one-way communication like a TV. Whatever announcement, whatever the policy they make, they simply communicate to the downstream to read and understand. But the middle level management, we communicate is a dialogue, right? So it will be active participation from the participants. They may ask questions, you should be able to answer their questions, and how to handle the difficult situations. These are coming under middle management. Listening, the active listening, empathy, and feedback. So listening is very important. Listen before you speak. Can anyone tell what is empathy means? We all know sympathy. What is sympathy is, right? So what is empathy?
Thinking in others' point of view.
Yes, doctor. Putting ourselves in others' shoes, others' perspective. Because always the leader or the manager will have one perspective only. They may see their subordinates in their point of view, but we have to put in the employee's point of view. What is the problem is approach the issue with empathy. That's called empathy.
Yeah.
And feedback. Feedback is very important. A good leader should give feedback to the employees, to their subordinates, time to time, so that they will change, they will improve, or they will align their goals to the corporate KPIs. So feedback is very important. How to improve communication skills? Practice active listening. So whenever the communication skill, the first point is active listening. Active listening means it doesn't mean that hearing what is being told. No, it is listening means hear it and process in your mind. That's called listening. Use clear and concise language. Seek feedback on your communication style. So that's the reason every time when you start presentation in online, you should ask whether I'm audible or my video is visible or not. You have to make sure that people are listening what you are speaking. When you are presenting in auditorium, the noise should not be too noisy. There should not be any echo, and speaker volume. Your tone has to be adjusted depending on the spectator's position. Engage in public speaking and professional writing workshops. These are all the ways we can improve our communication skill. I will play one video.
Hey guys and
audio and video is clear?
gals, we're from Revs.in. I'm Vadim and this is Sergey, and we're going to be doing a role-playing exercise with you. So we're going to walk you through a scenario where you have to approach a colleague about a task or a project that you need them to get done, but for some reason they haven't finished it yet. And in this case, Sergey's coming to me about a project that I haven't finished.
Hey Vadim, I know you probably have a ton on your plate, but have you had a chance to start on that project that we talked about a little bit earlier?
Yeah, I actually did get started on it, but totally swamped right now. I mean, I'll get it to you by next week for sure.
Yeah, I'm actually on the same page. I'm super worried that I'm not going to get my part done by the end of the week, but I heard from Bill apparently that every day that we don't push this release out, we lose like $1,000 a day or something like that, and I definitely want to avoid that. I don't want it to be on us at all, so do you think there's any way that you could prioritize this? Maybe if I take something off your plate that you've needed to get done?
I mean, I do have to get back to a bunch of customers before the end of the day, so if you can help draft some of those emails, then yeah, I should get it done this week, for sure.
Okay. Do you think by chance you would get it done by tomorrow end of day? Because I actually need your part to be able to finish mine.
Yeah, I mean, if you can work through like 10 of those responses, then yeah, by end of day tomorrow, should be fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, aside from that cheesy handshake that we had in the end there, let's talk about some of the things that we did that were right in this scenario. First of all, when I approached Vadim, I empathized with him. I recognized the fact that he has a lot of work on his plate. And when somebody is really busy and you come to them just with your problems, there's no way that you're going to motivate them to act on something.
He also offered to help me with some of my work so that I knew he wasn't being selfish. And at the same time, it kind of made me feel like, okay, well, this guy actually cares.
And I don't know if you guys noticed something subtle that I did. I actually shifted some of the fault from Vadim to myself and told him, hey, listen, I'm also worried that I'm not going to get this done. And at the same time, I pointed to a direct negative consequence of what would happen if we don't get this project done, to actually give him something concrete that he can hold on to act on to do this project.
So now I knew I would have to be accountable to the boss. But also, Sergey did something that a lot of people miss oftentimes, is that he gave me a specific time to get it done by, which is the end of tomorrow. And so in this case, I knew that I was going to be accountable to get it done by the end of tomorrow, and it wasn't some kind of vague, nebulous thing that was up in the air.
Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Role-playing is always useful to do, whether it's with your colleagues or with your friends. When you have a difficult situation that you're getting ready for, it really can prepare you to handle it in the right way and say things in the way that actually are going to be effective. If there's anything that we missed, or if you guys have any suggestions about scenarios that we didn't cover here, please leave it in the.
So they talked about, he played a role of leader, he played a role of subordinate. And there was an assignment given to this guy, and he was not finishing on time. So he is approaching him. So how he can help, because if the project is not done, they are going to lose monetary benefit to the organization. He explains to him, and he said he has swamped completely. So he was asking some of the tasks he can remove from him so that he can perform the job. So he is giving a full picture of the assignment. If it is done, what will be the benefit? If it is not done, what will be the impact, and how important it is. And he made him accountable for the job he is doing it. So he feels that he is contributing to the company. He will feel his importance to the company, and he will start performing. So that's what the nutshell of this video. Going back to our presentation again, another video.
Hi.
So it's a long video, 18 minutes. I'm not going to play the complete 18 minutes, but I will be cut-shorting the video for the required portion only.
Let's take a look. Hi, Dr. Jasper. This year has been amazing. I am having so many awesome...
The previous video talks about the verbal communication to the subordinate, leader and subordinate. This video talks about the email, the written communication, email communication. What should be done, what not should be done. The professional email communication, do's and don'ts.
Awesome experiences with our students and fellow teachers. That's why I'm emailing you today. I hope you don't mind, but I am super interested in being department head next year and would love a chance to use my experience in that leadership position. I know Mr. Smith has been department head for several years, but I just think the teachers in the department probably want to change. I completely understand if you feel I'm not ready. However, I am just putting myself out there to try new things. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy woman. Have a great day, Ms. Reese. And then P.S. I'm loving the new posters in the math wing. As department head, I hope to do more things like that.
So, do you agree? Is it a professional email, or what you see? What's wrong in this email? Anybody can.
I don't feel that. I don't feel it's a professional one.
Yeah, exactly, doctor. It's not a professional way of writing emails. Yeah. So we will see.
There are many questions.
We also have a lot of fluff.
Yes, doctor.
There are many questions required. Yeah, please continue.
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor. Doctor, you are a professional, but I want the participants also to contribute.
Okay.
Any question? Yeah.
Why you're emailing. Then you have this, that's why I'm emailing you today. It's too much of a setup. Just get in there and say what you want. You know, I'm going to say this to the ladies out there. A man would probably never write this email. A man would just...
I am totally disagree. This lady is talking about man and woman. It is not gender discrimination. It is general way of writing emails. She says man will not write like that, but I don't agree this. Anyway.
Just go, this is what I want. Talk to you later. End of story, hit send, goodbye. And women, for some reason, not all women, I don't want to generalize, but in a lot of ways, women's correspondence on email, we try not to be as direct. Be direct, ladies. In the first sentence, you should be telling this principal what you want. Say what you want. Ask for what you want, because going around the world to say what you want, you're not going to get it. Just go for it. Ask for it. Whether that's a raise, whether that's a different position, whatever it is, go straight to it. Do not beat around the bush. You have every right to ask for a promotion, for a raise, or whatever else. And to the men, you do too. Don't beat around the bush. Many of you just go right to it anyways, because you've been kind of brought up that way. Women have been taught to be a little more reserved, a little more polite. There's nothing impolite with asking for what you are entitled to, what you want, or what you believe you can do. So, end of story, get to it in the first line. Then the other word that needs to go the way of the dodo, just like the exclamation point, is the word just. Let's see here, Mr. Smith, but I just think, stop. I just think screams, I don't know, I'm not confident right now. I'm just going to write this. I'm really afraid to hit send. Get rid of just. Proof all your emails to take out just. Here's an example. I used to always email, just checking in to see how things are going. Just writing this email to blah, blah, blah. No. Instead, I would say, good morning. Checking in to see how things are going. Let me know if you need anything. Period. Send. Not just checking in. Checking in. These little adjustments that you use in your communication will help you come off as more confident, more in control, and just, more direct and to the point. And so get rid of just, and try to do it in your verbal communication as well. And I'm going to say it again, I'm generalizing here, but sometimes women use that word just a lot to soften the blow of being too direct. Again, ladies, be direct. Say what you want to say. And, they can decide, whoever is in charge can decide whether you get it or not. But be direct, okay? So get rid of that just. And I see it from men too. I just see some of these things from women. I work in education and it's a woman-dominated field. So, that may be another reason why I see this, but I'm trying to be diplomatic here. Ladies, get rid of the word just, all right? Now, again, it's kind of too much going on before we get to the point. Then we have here, I would love to have a chance to use my experience in that leadership position. Well, nowhere in this email did I talk about the experience. I just say, I'd love to use my experience. This email would be better served if I told you the experience I have and when I can apply it and how I would apply it. All right, so it's kind of not getting to the point of what you're asking for, and it's leaving out important information that would help the principal consider you for this leadership position. It also mentions Mr. Smith. I know Mr. Smith has been in there for a while, but I just think people need a change. Take Mr. Smith out of this. Don't talk about anybody else except for you. This is not about Mr. Smith. You want a chance to be department head, and you, according to what you think, have a right to throw your hat in the game. So do it. Don't say I'm throwing my hat in the game either, but I'm saying figuratively to you. You have a right to throw your hat in the ring, I should say. Hat in the ring, not hat in the game. So take out Mr. Smith, only talk about you. That's very, very important because we don't want to throw anybody under the bus accidentally. And we want to keep things to us. I will tell you from my own experiences, and you might know this about me, that I'm a little long-winded. The fewer words I say, the better. And the fewer people I pull into my conversation, the better.
Exactly. So many people, they have a habit of putting everyone in the CC who are not even relevant to the subject. No,
Yes.
So the CC is carbon copy, and BCC is blind carbon copy. You should know when to use and when not to use. Carbon copy is limited people. They should know that it's information. So they will not act on the email. They will only know that something is going on. Blind carbon copy, it should not be used ethically, but sometimes to make sure the privacy of the recipients, the blind carbon copy BCC is being used.
Perfect.
I've learned that over the years. So we want to keep everybody's name out of your mouth, okay? Don't talk about Mr. Smith. Just talk about you, all right? And then we have this PS. I'm loving the new posters. That's nice, but it's fluff, and I'm busy, and I don't have time for that if I'm the principal. So, and this have a great day, exclamation point. Again, take them all out. Remove all exclamation points, all right? Let's take a look at what the email might look like if we were to revise it based on the advice I just gave you. Good morning, Dr. Jasper. So, not hi, good morning, good afternoon, something like that, okay? Or you could just put Dr. Jasper, comma, all right? I am interested in applying for the department head position for next year. Boom, first sentence, I go right to it. Period, end of story, no exclamation point. I know what I want, and I'm telling you what I want, all right? First sentence. Sometimes the principal, and I know a bunch of principals like this, and I do this too, first 3 sentences is all I read. That's all I read. I didn't have time to read anymore. Sometimes the principals aren't even reading their emails until they go home that night because there's...
Yeah, some people have a habit of writing lengthy emails. You have to scroll down to read the content. It is nobody is interested because the boss or managers or presidents, vice presidents, company top managers, senior management, they don't have time to read all these contents in the body of the email. So the body of the email can be maximum 2 or 3 lines maximum. So rest upon you can attach as attachments, presentations, reports, and whatever it is. The reports also you should write executive summary. And in the email body, we can mention the highlights of the attached report so that he will park it later or he will read it immediately. So depending on the time he has, depending on the importance of the email which you send to them. So the body of the email should have only 2 or 3 lines highlighting what you are trying to communicate to him.
So busy throughout the day. So keep it short and sweet. I am interested in applying for the department head position for next year. Now here's where my experience comes in, direct. Over the last 2 years, I've been working on my master's degree in educational leadership. I have also led professional development, organized data chats, and participated in the textbook adoption. Boom, boom, boom. 3 things that I've done that make me qualified to go for this department head position. I would like more leadership opportunities that will help me reach my goal of becoming an assistant principal. So not only did I tell you what I want, I told you what I've done to kind of be in the running or be a viable candidate to be considered. But then I add one more layer and I say that this is something I'd like to do because I want to be an assistant principal. Now the principal knows, if Dr. Jasper is your principal, now the principal knows that you're trying to be an assistant principal and it's straight into the point. So now when Dr. Jasper is putting together committees, maybe you're not right for the department head position, but maybe there's a testing coordinator position or there's something else going on that this principal needs your help with. She might grab you for that because now she knows you want to be an assistant principal. If we go back to this one here, did we say we want to be an assistant principal here? No. And this person maybe does want to be an assistant principal, but maybe is too afraid to put it out there. No, put it as department head. I hope to do more things like that.
That is the crux of my video. That be crisp in our email writing. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, last video, if time permits, I will play this. Doctor, shall I play this? It is a...
Yeah.
I'll cut short the video. I'm not going to play all these 18 minutes. Success requires both urgency and patience. Be urgent about making the effort and be patient about seeing the results.
Seeing the results.
Yes.
I would now like to share with you some practical tips on improving your communication skills. Are you ready? Yes. And what I've done my level best is to ensure to give you something new which I've not shared earlier in the previous videos or in the previous sessions that I've had with you. Some practical techniques, but just remember, These techniques will only work for you if you continue to stay with them even when you're not getting the results, because everything takes time, right? Even when you plant a seed in the soil, you water it every day, it's not going to come out when you want it to, right? It's going to grow at its own time. You go to the gym, you want to strengthen your biceps, they are not going to work on your time. It will happen when it has to happen. Your job is to put in the efforts. Take a deep breath in, please, and say out loud, my job is to put in the efforts. Number one, immersion, right? The number one thing you have to follow when you want to accelerate your communication skills is the journey of immersion. Since you did not have, maybe let's say if somebody lacked early exposure, let's say a child growing up watching Peppa Pig is going to build up more vocabulary, is going to get comfortable with speaking English or whatever it happens to be. But you can compensate with immersion. Immersion means immerse yourself completely into that material. Old story goes, which I've always shared in my YouTube channel also. A disciple of Socrates, the famous Greek thinker, once went up to him and asked, "Sir, can you teach me the principle of success? Can you teach me the principle?" So he was taking a bath in the middle of the river that fine morning. He found the timing of the question very awkward. He was right in the middle where the water was very deep. So he thought he will teach his disciple not by lecturing him, but by giving him a practical experience of that thing. So he says to this young man, he said, "Young man, come inside the river and I'll tell you and I will teach you the secret of success." So the man goes inside the water and he's standing right next to Socrates where the water is very deep. Socrates is a little bit taller than this guy. So he very casually puts his arm around the shoulder of this young man and plunges his head inside water. He can hear him kicking and fighting for dear life, right? But he's holding him tight underneath water where he's fighting and resisting. And after a couple of seconds of this fight, he manages to break free and comes out of the water gasping for air. And at that very time, he said, "What is this? I asked you the secret of success. What is this about?" "Young man, you were inside water. Tell me how desperately you wanted to come outside the water and breathe again." He said, "Of course, it was very desperate. It was a matter of life and death. I would do anything to achieve that. Would you? Would you?" "Yes." And he said, "There you have the secret of success. There you have the secret. When you want to achieve something so badly that you will be able to immerse your entire being into that thing, there is no force in the world that can stop your progress on that path." Immersion, which means completely surround yourself with material, people, learning opportunities to learn that new skill. What is that new skill? It could be communication skills, it could be English language skills, it could be anything that you want to learn, right? Identify your dominant learning styles. Identify your dominant. Some people learn better by listening. Yes? Some people learn better by watching. Some people learn better by experimentation, by doing things. Find out what works for you and use that style.
Have you seen his communication style? So he opened the communication with a story. Everybody, as a human nature, we like to hear stories, right? From our childhood. If our grandma, he started telling a story, we all put everything aside and start listening the story, right? He started his communication with a story. So always the story. I also communicated. I also started my presentation with a small inspirational story, inspirational quote. So everybody, it's a human nature to listen to the story. Even if you want to say some technical things, start with the story. Whatever happened in the past with your own experience, then people will be more curious to the topic. So that's what it is here. And he is saying that immerse yourself into the subject so that you can.
A support group which will help you develop that skill. If you want to speak good English, if you want to develop your communication skills, is there a Toastmasters club in your institution, in your city? Is there any other sort of club? Do they have a drama or a theater club that you can participate to go on stage and perform so that your stage fear goes down, right? Is there a debating club? Or can you join those sort of? If not in your city, is there something online that you can do? But have a support group. So identify your dominant learning styles, create a support group, and I say fire your mental faculties from all directions, okay? Which means audio, video, what you hear, what you see, what you read, what you write. You are firing on all directions, your brain, you're stretching it into a new direction. When you're reading, you're doing two things at the same time, yes or no? You're A, reading the text, B, you're creating a visual in your mind. So you're reading and you're creating sense of that material, yes or no? You're reading a news, such and such thing happened in this place, and now you're absorbing in the alphabets, taking in the words, but also your mind is trying to create sense out of it. When you're watching something, half the work is already done for you. You don't have to read text. You already just have to listen or watch, and then you have to make sense of it. But reading is more hard work. A lot of people avoid it. In the age of videos, you've stopped reading. Read more, please. Write. If you want to write, and then let me add here, speak. So you want to put in that Instagram post? Do it. But don't just put in stupid hashtags which make no sense. Write a caption. Write about it 3 or 4 sentences. Start a blog. Write about your chef competition experience. Right? What will go wrong? The maximum is you'll make a few grammatical mistakes. Few people will laugh at you, and that's okay. That's part of the process, right? But you have to go through this. Speaking. I've seen so many Facebook Live videos which are silent. Right? You've seen some of those?
I think
if you're going.
Pillai,
Yes, doctor.
Pillai, I believe that if you can share it, it will be good for us to watch later as
Sure,
well,
sure.
in detail.
Okay, doctor.
Now you are sharing in like this, yeah, because of
Yes.
time constraint.
Yes.
It's a very good video. I have already taken a photo of it. You can also share the link of it so that we will be able to watch it later as well.
Okay, I'll copy and paste it in our chat box.
Please do that. And I wanted to ask you, everyone, like the previous session only Pillai was present. That's why I've given this task to Pillai only. So if Ami and Shashikumar and Bala and other people can come up with 10 minutes, fine, or 10 to 15 minutes maximum. If you can come up with an employability skill that you feel that is important in this present world, like he has mentioned about the communication skill. Okay, similarly, some other people can take like a problem solving, adaptability, anything with the creative mindset you can have a talk with. So I wanted to bring these kind of session just because of we wanted to divert from our main topic, that is a thesis. Every time we are focusing on the thesis and presentation, we may get bored sometime. That's why. So next week, I believe Shashikumar can have the presentation on the research seminar. At the same time, you can also, Ami and other people can also bring one presentation on the employability skill, like what Pillai has done today amazingly. And your video, everything that you presented today is really great, Pillai. And since we don't have enough time, that's why you didn't play in detail. That's why I asked you to share it as well. I will definitely go with the video that you have shared last. It's really, really insightful. And after that Shashikumar presentation, the coming week, maybe after 3 weeks, we will be having an off. So after that, Ami is going to present his PPT, your research seminar presentation. Okay, you will be getting 2 weeks time to prepare for that. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem, doctor. No
Okay, after that, Bala can also do the second research seminar presentation. Then Ruben also will be doing that. So our next week also will be occupied with. After that, I will be having something to discuss with about the thesis writing you have to start with. So I'll be having that talk in the coming weeks.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pillai, because you made this today's week insightful with your presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. We'll meet for the next week.
Thank you, Mr. Pillai.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Wonderful presentation, Dr. Pillai.
Thank you.